Yikes. Oh no. Crypto is dying yet again. Well, here, this is exactly when crypto is going to pump. We just got to hold our horses. And if I can sustain some losses, you bet you probably can too, as long as your risk profile is somewhat similar. However, not financial advice. Here, the S&P 500, interesting. The stock market closed higher. It made a new high on the daily. It broke out, which is crazy to say that this guy made a new higher high because of what the meeting was about the CPI reports, and then also with some interest rates here. But Bitcoin and Ethereum are freaking tanking hard, and we got to stay above this area right here of support. And why do we have to stay above this 60 to 58 ish? Okay, because the reason being is if we don't, because I've said this in pretty much every video, that this guy right here, okay, oh, wrong one. We have a low, then we have a higher low, then we have another higher low. We need another higher low, okay, to continue this uptrend, because here we had a lower high, then another lower high, then an even lower high, then we had a higher high, which is great. That breaks it. But now here's another lower high. So we broke out into a trending market. Boom, that was going up. And now we could potentially seeing a new trend down, which I don't want to see. Okay, so we got to stay above this area, which is again interesting that the S&P, the stocks go higher, but we do not. And as far as historical returns for October, it's not looking good for these guys. Not looking good at all. So Bitcoin has to stay above. And on this support line, we can see that we are hitting it, and potentially we can bounce up from this, which I'm not too nervous about because of all the volume. We have support here. You can see on my current trade, I got a bad entry on the Ethereum, and now I'm down about, almost 9 grand here, but we are bouncing off of some support. As long as we don't drop below this 2,300, we should be doing okay. Honestly, truthfully, dropping below the 2380-ish should be okay. But on the weekly for Ethereum, you can see that this guy has a market that has been generally going up, which is good. And again, we've got that support right there, right around that $2,300 range. But when is Bitcoin going to bounce? Well, let's look at some of these charts. This is a way zoomed out chart, basically on the monthly. And every time we have this ascending triangle, and then we have this massive breakout. Where are we getting to? We're getting to the pinch point squeeze as of right now. And on this guy, this is really the answer that you guys wanted to see. Okay. And this is essentially stating that during the US elections, boom, we skyrocket. This is a few years ago. However, look at what's going on right now. As soon as we get there, boom. And we're in, where are we in? We have 27 days. Trump is looking like he is winning as of right now, which is great. We want Trump to win because he is super pro Bitcoin. Elon Musk dropped his support and had some fascinating things to say about Trump.
I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a good, proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock. No ID is just. So how are you supposed to have a good, proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless.
Yeah,
and free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have.
Yeah, he says a lot of really, really good things about it. So Trump needs to win here. And then the last chart that I'm going to show is essentially, again, oh, no, go, 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 go. The same thing as far as when the election happens in pretty much October. We decide to get a massive pump. Okay. In the first cycle, we had a 10,000% gain. The second cycle, we had a 3,000% gain. And then in the fourth cycle, we had a 400% gain. And now we are in the midst of potentially breaking. Oh, sweet. Okay, we're starting to see here on the daily, we're starting to see a little wick. And that is perfect because I want to see the wick, because I want to see it hitting support and then bouncing upwards. I mean, I know I talked about this, and here, let me just remove my drawings here so that you guys understand. I talked about how scary this was, how scary this shooting star candle was. It's a massive shooting star that we got rejected right around 65,000. So now we just need a small little break. And here, this is still a higher low. We need another higher low, and then we need a break above towards the $68,000 to $70,000 range for the trend to continue, which is something we can do in the next 2 weeks or so. That is what I am looking at. If you want to trade with me, make sure you hit the links below. I like Bybit and ZoomX. And if you want to stay around to see what is going on, because I'm trying to turn, what is it? I'm trying to turn $100 into $100,000 at this point. We've gotten 18, but we're losing 8 right now because we're being risky as we can. Stick around, hit that subscribe button, get this video to 50 likes, and I'd appreciate it. Till next time, this is Johnny Crypto, here to help guide you through these financial markets.